Hey friends, are you wondering if you can bring your wagon into the Disney parks on your next Disney vacation? Well, today, Megan is going to do a TED Talk to tell you all about the Disney rules as they pertain to wagons at the Disney parks. Please be advised that we do not speak for the Disney company or any of its subsidiaries. The information Megan is providing is factual and documented, and the Disney park rules and terms and conditions that you agreed upon when you purchased your Disney park ticket. We provide this information to assist you in your Disney park planning. See you in the parks!
All right, y'all. We're gonna have a conversation. First off, I understand that y'all like to come to the parks and have a fun time, and that's great. And I appreciate y'all coming to the parks and saying hi to all of us cast members. But please do your research. I hate being the bad guy. I do. I hate being the one to tell you that your wagon can't come into the park. And what I mean by wagon is the thing that's got the four walls with the flat bottom. No matter how you phrase it, a stroller wagon, or this isn't a wagon, this is a stroller. I'm sorry, if online it says stroller, wagon, 'tis a wagon. Hear me out. If you got that wagon, that's that black wagon with the red brim, and it says embroidered on it, stroller wagon, that 4-in-1 stroller wagon. It's a wagon. If you come up to my touch point at the front of the park and you tell me this isn't a wagon, this is a stroller, and it says stroller wagon on it, 'tis a wagon. And if you think that you're going to come up and tell me that it's not, or you think, oh, I'm just going to take this Sharpie and scribble out the word wagon, it's still a wagon. Example. Hear me out. If you get into a car accident and you lose an arm, are you still a human? You scratching out that word wagon on your stroller wagon is still a wagon. Plain and simple. Also, if you would like, on the Fancy Dancy website, okay, on the DisneyWorld.com website, they have the park rules, not just for Walt Disney World, but also for Disneyland. It's the same rules for every Disney company park. You like to just scroll down. This is just the general rules. We're going to scroll down. We're going to keep going. Prohibited items. There they are. Wow, prohibited items. We're going to scroll down just a little bit. Right here, it says stroller. Right here, this one, right here. Oh my gosh, what does it say? Any type of wagon. Any type of wagon. Whether it be that big Jeep wagon that's got the straps on it that makes it look like they're in their own little car, or that little pack and play wagon that's got that mesh sides that can come off. That's still a wagon. I don't care what you're gonna come tell me. That's still a wagon. If you want to have the conversation more and you want to have it out with me, I'm not that person. Okay? I'm gonna send you to guest relations. Now, if you didn't understand what I'm talking about or what I'm saying, let me introduce you to these wonderful world of maps. Okay? On these maps, as you can see, I've starred the policy on the map. Though this map is for Magic Kingdom, it's on every single map in the Disney park. Now, for those who speak the Spanish, I have it here for you to read. It focused. This is the same policy that's on the Disney website, just in Spanish. And I've underlined what it says. Any type of wagon. Same policy. Park rules. Here they are in Spanish. Same thing. This one's just starred. There you go. In the park rules in Portuguese. Here you go, the park rules in Portuguese. Same thing. starred, ba-da-da, any type of a wagon. I mean, I can't make this stuff up. There it is for you in black and white. I also have it in French, starred and underlined for you. Any type of wagon, there it is, same policy, starred and underlined. And if any of you are wondering, yes, I have these in my pocket when I go to work, because sometimes we have a language barrier. And what I like to do is I have these maps on handy when it comes to that, so that they have an understanding that it's in the rules and then it's in the guidelines. Ooh. And just in case you think that it's not on the English one, this is an old one. But this one is the one that was before the new one. It's the same map with the same rules. As you can see, they're underlined in the same spots. But here you go. This is the new one, just in case for those who are like, it wasn't on the old one. But here you go. Here it is. And here's that silly little rule that all of you think that doesn't exist or doesn't apply to you. Any type of wagon. Woohoo! Look at that. And I know you think that I'm being rude and nasty about it, but when you want to come up and tell me that that's not a wagon when it's a 4x4 wagon, you know what I'm talking about. The 4x4 stroller. And you think that that stroller is the same size as the double one. Or you think that the double stroller shouldn't come into the park. Here's the thing. If the stroller isn't any larger than 31 by 52 inches, then it can come into the park. If you want to tell me that your wagon is less than that measurement, you're wrong, because it's still considered a wagon. If you think that your stroller wagon doesn't qualify, here are some lovely pictures of some wagons that are on the prohibited list. Here they are in all their glory. And all the ones that cannot come into the park. If you think that you have something that thinks that your wagon qualifies for it to come into the park, then you can have a nice day and go talk to guest relations. Because I can't tell you what to say or do with your wagon except for leaving it at stroller rental where it belongs. Or back in your car. Or back at your hotel. Or back at your house.
Now, one thing to note, when you board the tram at every Disney park parking lot, the cast member does mention on the tram to not bring all firearms, weapons, and wagons, and to leave those in your car because they will not be allowed in the park. So, when you've been told 3 times not to bring a wagon, when you purchase the ticket, when you board the tram, and when you reach the park gates, don't be surprised you're told you can't have it at the gate. Now, bus drivers aren't going to tell you when you board the bus at the resort because that's not their job. It's the job of the park greeter at the gate to tell you that the wagons are not allowed.
It's not coming on property. It's not happening. And you might think you're slick and fold up your wagon, but hear me out. A wagon is a wagon. Folded up or not, we're still going to see it. We're still going to give you that tag that says go store it and leave it at the front of the park. I understand that you might see some strollers that might be too big to come into the park. But once again, if they aren't larger than that 31 by 52 inches, they can come into the park. So that wagon that you think your kid might want to use because they're sleeping, they need to use it for their nap, ain't coming in. Ain't happening. Sorry. If you think you have a reason to keep your wagon, once again, you can go talk to guest relations at that green umbrella that's at the end of the park reader spot wherever it is at the park, at the front. You can go talk to them and have it out with them. And you can say, I want to speak to your manager because you're a Karen or a Chad. My coordinator is going to say the same thing. It ain't coming in, sweetheart. And you might see some wagons walking around, strolling along with that blue or purple tag. I don't know how they got it. I don't know what they told guest relations to get it. I don't know what they said. So don't ask us park graders to tell you what to say, because I have no idea. It's all on a case-to-case basis. If it's one of those wagons, here's a picture of it. Bum-ba-da-da. You see how this wagon right here has got that cover that goes on one side and on the other side, and you think you're slick and you think that that's going to be able to come in. You're wrong. That wagon can't come in. Same as the wagon that looks similar to it, like this, where it's just got that extra piece hanging off the bottom. That can't come in. If you also think that your little Jeep wagon that looks like this, that's that heavy duty that says the Jeep on the side like this one, that ain't coming in, honey. Sorry. Just because you have one of those other wagons that's got this canopy on it, it ain't coming in. I'm sorry. No matter what Target or Amazon or Walmart says online or on the tag, it's still a wagon. Sorry to burst your bubble, kid. I understand that some of you don't want to do your research. And some of you just don't want to read the rules and you think the rules don't apply to you. But we didn't make these. So please don't yell at the park readers about these rules. We didn't make them. Okay? We didn't. Don't yell at guest relations because they didn't make these rules. For me, since I work at Magic, at the ticket center, I understand that you get mad and angry because security doesn't tell you that your wagon can't come into Magic Kingdom or any of the parks, because that's not security's job to tell you that your wagon can't come into the park. Unfortunately, security has higher and better things to look out for than your wagon, like alcohol and drugs and guns and weapons and such. That's not on their list of things to look for or tell you. Your wagon is not their priority. That's our priority as park readers, to tell you the rules, to recite the rules to you. Wagons are not allowed into the park. So please do your research on what stroller can come into the park. Not your stroller wagon. No. Here are some examples of strollers that are allowed into the park. Aren't they wonderful? You see the difference? It's a seat. It's not a flat bottom. It's not four walls. 'Tis a stroller. Also, don't come into my park with this thing. This little teardrop with this little J-hook. Don't come into the park with that. And don't come into the park with your little dewdrop with 2 wheels. It needs 3 wheels. Now, I call them dewdrops because they look like dewdrops, but those are the things that hook onto the back of like your bike when you want to go biking or biking with your kids attached to it. It's like a motor car with the side little hookup. It's like that. Monstrosities. Don't bring them into the park. I don't want to see them. I don't want them. Thank you for joining my TED Talk today. Enjoy your trip.
Thanks, Megan. Well, friends, let's head over to Chester and Hester's at Disney's Animal Kingdom to check out the new Disney Eats Caramel Apple Collection. Be sure to like and subscribe so you don't miss our new videos. See you in the park.